Rain. Oh boy, what a day. Just walking and listening to a podcast there, walking the floor with Chris Shiflett, guitar player from the Foo Fighters. He's a great interviewer. I've been thinking a lot today about my past. I've been writing my series on my musical career and I'm on part 6 now, which crosses the divide between moving from Luxembourg to here, and I'm looking in particular at the guitar gatherings in England that I've been going to since 2005. My last one was 2007, then we moved to Scotland in 2008, and I didn't get to another gathering again until 2016. And that got me looking back at the mistake that I made in moving to Scotland and trying to come to terms with that. At the time when we moved, I was extremely active musically. I was quite well known on the internet and the forums, and getting to meet people at gatherings. I had Little Brothers Jam, and that was a huge influence on me. This was trips to Atlanta once a year, which I did for 5 years straight, flying from Luxembourg to Atlanta. I flew to New Jersey to have a lesson with Elle McMean, and in researching these blog posts that I'm writing, I came across some old emails, some exchanges I had with Elle, and at the time I was blazing a trail. You know, Elle was of the opinion that I was going somewhere musically. I was going to be making music that people would want to listen to, much as he had done when he blazed a trail when he gave up his career as a law partner to become a musician. And hey, I mean, that was huge, watching him do that. It was amazing. And then what happened, we moved to Scotland. I bought a post office, which was just a fucking ridiculous idea, really, seriously. What was I thinking? And now I'm trapped in that, and yet somehow I've managed to gouge a path here musically. I have progressed. I have played with some amazing people in a Ceilidh band and in a bluegrass band. I was doing okay. I was making money with my music, which is the dream. And yet there's that resistance, that reluctance. In the podcasts that I've been listening to, the one where I just listened to this guy being interviewed, talking about starting out and about hustling, about getting that dopamine hit, you know, playing gigs, trying to get as many gigs as you can. And I feel resistance to that. I don't know why. I've shared about this before, but it's about, you know, if I get a call, do you want to play a gig? My immediate response is no! And then I let it stew for a bit, and I'm like, yeah, actually, that's what I should be doing. So, I still don't get it. It's just my nature, I think. I have been able to get out there and do stuff that, I mean, every time I do it, it's a struggle. When I was in Luxembourg, I decided to start up a song circle, a jamming circle, because I just wasn't meeting people, I wasn't playing with other people, and that made me sad. So through the jam circle, which wasn't a great success, but it was in the sense that it did introduce me to some people, which eventually led me to Oscar's, the Irish bar down in the Grund, the lower part of the city, the beautiful part, although it's all beautiful. And that got me playing open mics and introduced me to a bunch of people and became hugely influential in what I was doing. So I am able to push myself and get out there. I mean, I've proved that time and time again. It's about marketing, branding, hustling. I don't know. Don't know, man. But yeah, so the move to Scotland was a mistake. But I need to focus on the positive that's come from that, such as getting to play in 2 bands. I remember being so proud when I would talk to people that I just met and say, what do you do? I'm a musician and I play in 2 bands. You know, I'm out twice a week, 3 times a week. That made me feel incredibly proud, so I'm going to keep pushing my solo stuff. I would quite like to play with others, but the resistance. Who are the others anyway, you know? I'll just thank Kate and Tyler before I go. They've both given me a shout out this week on their videos, which is huge. You know, it makes me feel that what I'm doing is worthwhile. The friendships that are forming on DTube Daily in particular are just amazing. It's really filling a hole. It's given me a real new lease on life. It's pushing me to make content. It takes up so much time, all this editing and stuff, but I'm enjoying it, and I don't know, I think it's going to go somewhere. It's given me a platform at least to push my music, and that in itself is fantastic. But to know that other people are enjoying my content so much that they're shouting me out on their videos, that's huge. So thank you, Kate, thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that very much. So, back into the rain, back to work, and then home for some editing tonight. See you all later, folks. Bye.